Inception. This is Inception, right? So I don't think I've ever actually gone over like the deep lore. So elsewhere, the unicorn, the alicorn that you see, it works at a place called lovingly the Hub, but she calls it the. Hang on, I need to pull up my stuff. Hang on. I can't. Popcorn, just bear with me. Okay, we're going to do this. I have a great idea for a visual for y'all. New. And I'm going to copy this so y'all can have something to follow along with. Okay, file, create new from clipboard. Okay, I'm in the way of the screen. Of course I am. We're getting there. I will inform y'all. So, elsewhere is immortal. We're an immortal. This is why I need a teleprompter, absolutely. Manda the Panda, my grandma used to call me that. So Elsewhere is an immortal shapeshifter. She prefers looking like an alicorn. Thank you for the follow. But she runs the, okay, are you ready for this? The interdimensional cross-timeline hub. In short, she runs a thing for shuffling souls to and fro different universes and parallel what have yous. So even if you're not dead, you could use the hub as like travel. So it's called the hub by everyone else who works there because they're unwilling to call it the TDLR name that she gave it, which is why if you redeem the ticket, you'll see TLDR on the ticket because the TLDR train station stands for Transcendence Locomotive Destined Relocator. Because Elsewhere thought it was fucking cute. And she's like, this is absolutely what I want to call my station. So the hub is not just a train station. It also houses like several other buildings, like a gigantic library. So the hub is in a pocket dimension somewhere on the universal horizon. There is the Eternal Atheum, which contains worlds in books. And then there's the Aether Shift that allows you to basically isekai temporarily in another life. You're right, 13. They're going to learn about the other kind of hub. But, so, it's kind of mandatory that everyone who works at the hub or the TLDR take vacations. And they can choose how they want to take their vacation. They could go travel, or they could like do like a brief isekai and they could live a life somewhere else for a little while. So Elsewhere decided she was going to isekai, and I am Elsewhere isekai'd. But so I am streaming as Elsewhere, unknowing that I am actually isekai'd. I think this is just a fun story.